Each one of us has heard about pollution. It's that thing that we've been practicing since the Industrial Revolutions and continue to do. However, something has changed in all these hundreds of years. In the last century, we started feeling the effect of and what we do and what we continue to do. I'm here to talk about how we can change the state of our planet, how we can protect what's left untouched by humans, if there is any. Right now, it would be hard to get over all the bad habits that have been impregnated or that have been impregnated on us through the generations. First, it's the plastic problem. Currently, we're producing 300 million tons of plastic each year worldwide. 50% of it is only for single use, and 10% of it is recycled. And this should ring an alarm. And that is now. We're ringing the alarm for everyone out there. All of you have seen this image. It has been viral for the last couple of weeks on the internet. This right now is the state of our planet, and it's continuing to get even worse. But we can change this. If we wait any longer, it would be too much. Food is vital. We need it and will continue to need it. The way we compulsively buy and store food involves a huge amount of plastic. For example, you buy food that's wrapped in plastic, you break the seal and wrap it again in the famous cling film that we use and use for the last century. There are cheaper and alternative ways to store food. We can use storage boxes made from plastic, Pyrex or jars or any other container that we find. Instead of using cling film, we can just use parchment paper or bees wraps. For the ones out there that don't know what bees wraps are, they're an alternative for cling film that's biodegradable, made from cloth and beeswax. Even though. Also, the place where we buy food is important. For example, you can go to the supermarket and buy things that are wrapped in plastic, or even worse, in a cardboard box that has 3 layers of plastic inside of it. But instead, you could go to some local markets where you can find alternatives or just go fresh for some veggies and fruits. And by the way, when you're at this, don't use the plastic bags that you often use. Try using paper bags, or use your own bags instead. Last week I tried to use less plastic. I could have bought 50 things that are covered in plastic. Instead, I only ended up buying 3 because I craved them so much and didn't find an alternative without. It takes time, as everything we need to do to save our planet. Let's talk now about something that happened recently. The EU has banned the production of plastic cutlery, straws, and cotton buds. By the way, if you remember, that's 50% of 150 million tons of year worldwide, so that's a lot. And I think this is a great step we're making, so we can do things, but we choose not to. There have been certain food chains that changed their plastic straws to cardboard ones. I've heard so many people complain about this. Why? For helping ourselves? If you hate them so much, bring your own straw. Find a plastic reusable one, bamboo, or you can go with a metal one instead. Even all these things that we do count, even though we don't see the whole image now. For the cutlery also, if you use a lot of plastic or cutlery, if you tend to often take food from home or from or order it at work, just find alternatives. There always are. For example, you could use your own cutlery from home and pack it with you and take it in the morning. This is the cheapest way. Or buy bamboo or wood cutlery that you'll always keep in your bag and use it right then when you need it. Or go for the more expensive one, just go and buy biodegradable cutlery or utensils, as you prefer to call them, and help our planet. We should start doing small gestures. To be honest, we can't change radically the habits that have been impregnating over the generations. There's always hope, but we should work for it. We shouldn't take things for granted. The only thing we do is whine. To be honest, that's our problem in general. Stop using non-biodegradable things. Just try and make a change. If each one of us would do something, we'd be able to save and change how we are. We're not destroying our homes only, we're destroying ourselves too. If my message reaches at least one person in this room, then starts to reduce the amount of plastic that they use, then I'm glad. Just do something. By the way, plant a tree. And for the ones that would want to plant a tree right now, who wants to plant this tree? Who wants to plant it? Raise your hand. The girl from the fifth row, the one that didn't raise her hand, you're going to plant this tree just because you haven't done that. You, the one that turned around. Yes, yes. No, the other one. Yes. Come and get your tree afterwards because you'll have to plant it. Thank you.